anymore.
I'm just trying to
falling
maintain
by the wayside.
Yeah.
You just have to figure out how to make money doing this.
Yeah,
Fuck them. Say it.
Yeah.
See, as a comedian, that's the beautiful thing
I
about
have no
being a
problem saying
comic.
fuck them. I just like to kind of keep a sort of a
Why?
positive attitude.
Why?
Well, I'll tell you why.
It's not about being
we got to get off here. I'm reading The Secret. Are you reading The Secret?
I'm getting married. I'm having a baby.
You got to read that a little more
closely. A friend of mine was talking to me about that. She said somebody came up to her and said, I'm getting married. I'm having a baby. She was like, what? Like, what are you talking about? You don't have a boyfriend. But I've read The Secret, and I'm getting married. I'm having a baby. I'm so excited. Like,
well, I'm not going that far, but I'll tell you, I just...
Look, I believe in positive energy, but I also believe in honesty. And I think honesty, when you transfer negative energy in the fact that you're exposing negativity, it is in fact a positive because it enlightens a bunch of people about the negative aspects of being a shitty person, and that in turn makes these people re-examine their own actions, and that in turn makes people who might have been shitty stop being shitty and be positive, and it makes a better turn in their own life, and then they're aware of this turn, they're aware of that treating people good and being honest and being a cool person is actually a good feeling, and it feels good, and then it begets more positive energy, and then it rolls on and on and on. So by not exposing negativity, by not exposing bullshit, you in fact put more negativity in the world than you do by sitting down and confronting it. Confronting it is a good thing. Don't be a fucking pussy, Tom!
You're right. I got to be more fucking negative. Seriously.
No, you don't have to be more negative. Be yourself.
Joe Rogan.
Be honest.
Yeah.
Be positive, but be yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
You're a bad motherfucker, dude. This is your shit.
This was an awesome show. Thanks, Joe. This is the best show yet. Let's go before we ruin it. Okay, good night. See you tomorrow night. Andrew Dice Clay is here. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
There's a monster in my pants, and it does my messy pants. When it moves in and out, everybody starts to shout.
My God, see, that's the difference between you and me right there.
What's up, Ohio?
Not much, man. Hey, the question was for Joe.
Yeah. What's up, dude?
Oh, hey, Stanhope was on Raw Dog not too long ago talking about you guys back in the man show days. Said you guys were out there and he some kind of drug or something just totally spaced him out.
Oh, DMT. Yeah, it's called dimethyltryptamine. It's produced by your pineal gland. It's actually a gland that's in the center of your brain. It's the craziest drug ever. It's the most potent psychedelic known to man. Literally, but the craziest thing is about it, it's natural. And your brain produces it every night as you sleep. You know, when you sleep during the time you're in heavy REM sleep and right before human death, your brain pumps out heavy doses of dimethyltryptamine. Nobody knows what sleep is all about. And nobody knows what dreaming is important, why dreaming is important, but dreaming is hugely important. If you don't dream, you'll go fucking crazy and you'll die. Yeah. While you're in heavy REM sleep, you are going through a psychedelic trip. And very few people know about this. But it's been documented. There's a great book on it called DMT, the Spirit Molecule, by a doctor named Dr. Rick Strassman. And he did all these clinical studies at the University of New Mexico on it. And you take this shit and literally you are transported into another fucking dimension. I don't mean like you feel like you're in another dimension. I mean like you're in another dimension. You're in another dimension where there's no furniture, bro. There's fucking complex geometric patterns moving in synchronous order through the air all around you in three-dimensional space. And it's like they're arteries, except there's not blood pumping through them. There's fucking lights, pulsating lights with no boundaries, and you can't really understand it. And there's an alien communicating with me. And there's a dude who looks like sort of like a Thai Buddha, except he's made entirely of energy, and there's no like outline to him. He's just one thing, and he's concentrating on it, and he's trying to tell me not to give in to astonishment. Just relax and try to experience this. And I'm like, you got to be fucking shitting me. And I'm a stand-up comedian, you know, because as a stand-up comedian, we pride ourselves in being able to describe things. So I'm like, how the fuck am I going to talk about this? Because this is insane. Because there's like a beat, it's like, and there's all these fucking complex patterns moving around, and this guy's looking at me in the eye, and I am fucking freaking out. And it lasts for about 5 minutes. And when it's over, after 5 minutes, you're like, what the fuck is that? Now here's where it gets really crazy. Every night, every night.
You're listening to Dr. Joe Rogan on Brewer and Leach.
Dimethyltryptamine, look it up online, DMT. And when you're doing this every night when you go to sleep, when you have heavy REM sleep, nobody understands why we have to do that. It's never been figured out. But when you're doing it, you don't remember any of that experience. Well, the heavy doses that they gave people in clinical trials with the Strassman studies, the heavy doses produced the most profound effects, but nobody remembered them. There was no memory of it whatsoever.
That's what
much like you have when you go to sleep every night and then you wake up. Everyone dreams, everyone has DMT trips, and no one remembers it. Now, if you smoke it, it doesn't last nearly as long. It only lasts about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, but you remember it, but very fleeting. It's like a dream. Like after the dream is over, you got to write it. I remember it because I recorded it. I had a tape recorder and I had a video camera. And when I came out of it, I just started talking about it like right away, as much as I could remember. But even like 30 seconds after I talked about it, I was like, man, how did it go? What happened? It's not like an experience like your brain is trying to protect you from that experience. And the bigger the dose, the more your brain protects you. It literally shuts it off. It's like a shutdown valve. And it happens to you every night, man.
What? Now, how do you get, because that's a great commercial. How do we get this,
Well, here's
Joe?
the crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing about it. It's a human neurotransmitter. It exists in every single one of us, and yet it's one of the most illegal substances in the world. It's more illegal than heroin. It's just as illegal as, it's the most illegal substance you could possibly get. Yet it exists in almost every ecosystem. It's in grasses and animals. It's the pineal gland that produces it literally is your third eye. In reptiles, it actually has a retina, a cornea, and a lens.
Should we like maybe a baby
You should
farm?
all smoke DMT and join my cult, motherfucker.
I'm in, dude. After the tirade, I'm in, man. I'm in, man.
I remember the very, very first time I smoked DMT. It was sort of a benchmark, you might say. And I remember that this friend of mine who always got there first visited me with this little glass pipe and this stuff which looked like orange mothballs. And since I was a graduate of Dr. Hoffman's, I figured there were no surprises. So the only question I asked was, how long does it last? And he said, about 5 minutes. So I did it. And there was something like a flower, like a chrysanthemum in orange and yellow that was sort of spinning spinning, and then it was like I was pushed from behind, and I fell through the chrysanthemum into another place that didn't seem like a state of mind. It seemed like another place. And what was going on in this place, aside from the tastefully softened indirect lighting and the crawling geometric hallucinations along the domed walls, what was happening was that there were a lot of